them in, when did you last hear from them? Are you a part of the decisions they make for you?
If you take them to Luzira, they're going to continue doing the thing in Luzira.
Part of their revenues would be set aside to run an integration process.
Our parliament, bringing the debates closer to you. The government of Uganda got into a bilateral agreement with the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to have health workers from Uganda exported to work in Trinidad and Tobago. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website, 261 health workers qualified to go to Trinidad and Tobago and should have been on their way over there. However, there was an intervention from a think tank called the Institute of Public Policy and Research. They went to court to seek an injunction to stop the government from proceeding with this plan. Why did they do this? Why did the government get into this kind of agreement? What does this mean for a health sector that was already limping? I'm Iguma Gabriel, and this is our parliament. On the panel today, allow me to introduce Dr. Chris Bariomunsi, the MP for Kinkizi East. I also have Justinian Katera, the Executive Director of the Institute of Public Policy and Research. And finally, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Johnny Muhindo. He's in charge of the Americas, including Trinidad and Tobago, isn't it? Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I have a live audience here in the Wizards Media Auditorium and you watching us at home. This debate begins right now. Let me start with Justinian. Why did you get very interested in this issue to the extent of going to court?
Well, we were interested because by sending 261 specialists to Trinidad, you are going to further deplete the very limited resources that we have. And we also want to point out here that, Trinidad and Tobago is only a country of 1.3 million people. It has 12 times as many doctors as Uganda does. It has 13 times as many nurses as Uganda does. In circumstances like these, it would not be rational for us to export our own health workers to a country that is better resourced. But just to speak specifically to our injunction, we think that this agreement is not just unconstitutional and illegal, obviously, but it is irrational and contrary to the established policy of government, which is to strengthen our health system. And therefore, it's a contradiction for us at the same time to weaken it. In the same month that this advert went out, they asked for 15 internal medicine specialists to go to Trinidad. But at the same time, the Ministry of Health put out an advert seeking 32 internal medicine specialists. So there is a contradiction here. And it's very contradictory for these government officials to take this step. And for that reason, we went to court. And we hope to reverse this attempt.
Will you still maintain that it is unreasonable if the doctors that are going and the other health workers that are going over to Trinidad and Tobago are going to get better practice and then come back to Uganda and offer us better services?
Actually, the evidence is that once doctors leave, they don't ever return for the same reason that they left. They have better conditions, they have better pay. Why would they return?
Okay.
And there are statistics to show this, of course.
All right. From the explanation of Justinian, this looks like a lose-lose situation for Uganda. How did the Ministry of Foreign Affairs get into the center of this and float it as a good idea?
Thank you very much for the question. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I want to reintroduce Mr. Justinian as one of us.
One of us being?
A few weeks ago, he was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Therefore, one of the people who could have actually muted
This
push.
idea.
For reasons not yet known, and perhaps more personal than official, he decided to leave, join this think tank, and use whatever he thinks might be inside information to turn the tables against...
He probably saw the light.
Well, he may have seen the light the wrong way. But for stats, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is a ministry which is technical. Its main function is to foster Uganda's foreign policy. And when we talk of foreign policy, actually, we are talking of domestic policy outside the borders of Uganda. We are there to make sure that there is harmony between us and other countries. And to do that, we have to foster relationships